second sit of the season here for me. Sitting a new piece of property tonight. So we've done a lot of work to this piece, and we ended up putting in soybeans and corn earlier in the season. And then midsummer, we ended up sowing in crimson clover and worked on the brassicas field later this fall, and then overseeded this crimson clover with rye probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago. So the crimson clover is probably going to die out here in another 3 or 4 weeks, or by the first frost. But then the winter rye will be there for the remainder of the actual season. We've been having a lot of deer come out to this little turnaround of clover before they go into the soybeans, and had actually quite a few decent bucks in here during daylight. And again, the last 2 mornings we had a cold front come in. Had bucks through here both mornings and one in the afternoon, but unfortunately I just wasn't able to take off work, so we're in here. It's Friday afternoon. It's supposed to get down to 47 tonight, so there's a pretty decent temperature cold difference. And I actually have a perfect wind to be sitting in the stand, so I'm not going to be blowing anything out, and I can just sneak in from the side of the property here. So regardless, it's about 4 o'clock here, and deer activity's been around 5:30 to 6 o'clock, so we're going to set it out tonight and see what happens. In the center of this plot, there used to be like a 10-12 foot cedar tree that's probably 5-6 years old. And earlier this season, we actually had a black bear in the area, which is not common for our area. And he ended up basically getting up on that tree and knocking it completely over. He didn't snap it though. And within a day or two, deer have been rubbing on it and they're scraping underneath it. So it actually turned out to be really nice, having this kind of like this natural licking stick and scrape tree right in front of the actual food plot. So right now I'm looking at 10-12 yards to the front end of this clover plot. On the back side it's about 25, and I can shoot out to 40 in one area, but mainly we're going to have a 20 yard shot, maybe a 30 yard shot if we have an opportunity tonight. So either way, we're going to settle in for the evening and see what happens. Just love this time of year, so stick with us. the time these deer, at least I estimate these deer to be coming in, I'm gonna have the perfect wind, and it wouldn't blow anything out. However, I just heard something take down some corn in the cornfield. So, it's probably a good thing I didn't go in there because I think there might be some deer moving. I can hear something to the west of me as well, the southwest, along our edge. And, regardless, it's pretty much dead calm tonight, so hopefully with any luck, we won't have any issues seeing some deer tomorrow morning and this evening through all day tomorrow. It's supposed to be almost 20-mile-per-hour winds. So with any luck, we'll have a shooter bug coming before dark tonight. And we'll be able to make a good shot, make it count. So either way, it should be a good sit tonight. So stick with it, see what happens. Love bow hunting, man. Holy crap. Holy crap, that just happened. Oh. Oh, baby. Oh my God. Sit down. Okay. So, I am texting Caden. Just texted him buck down. I mean, I don't know, but so we've got a brassicas field a little further in, and this brassicas field comes up, and we intentionally put a lane in here with rye to try to direct the deer. And these deer came up in this brassicas section. I could hear deer when I got in here at around 3:50, and I could hear them in the corn. I wasn't sure if it was raccoons or deer, but then I saw a doe come up, and the doe came up here. The 2 does came in, as you saw, and I could still hear some deer back there, and I heard a little bit of grunting, but I think it was the little fawn buck that was out here. Regardless, he came into a T, and he actually came in too close because he was out at 25 yards, and I wasn't able to get a shot on him, and then he ended up coming right into the soybeans here, but I just shot him at 12 yards. There's actually a big limb out here, really big limb, and it's pretty thick and full, and there's one little opening that I was able to shoot right down through it. I mean, looking at it, there's a 10-inch opening, but I figured the height of my arrow was perfect. I could shoot it right in there, and I shot, I leveled in, I aimed good. I think I hit him mid to upper side, but I saw it going good. The angle's good. I know I got one lung. I'm hoping I clipped the top of the other lung, and he ran back down to the bottom, pretty sure where he came from. So, oh God, it's been an awesome season. I mean, from all the work you put in to the soybeans, to the food plots, to the stand placement, and honestly, I'd focused so much this year on the food plots that I forgot to really focus on getting stands hung. But he's been in here. This particular buck, we've had him on camera on and off. He's kind of one of the bucks that was in here. I had a different buck that I was actually hunting, that he ended up coming in at last light, past camera light, and it took me an hour to get out of this tree. Obviously, he didn't spook any deer in here. And then he came, I saw him on one of the bucks that he was traveling with this morning on trail camera at 6:20. I saw him go back down into the bottom, so I figured he was going to be in here tonight. Just so happened that it was that buck that came out first. I mean, right now, it's 4:20. 4:20 in the afternoon. I've been in the stand not even 20 minutes. And the buck, one of the bucks that we had on camera that I was going to shoot, I had an opportunity. I wasn't quite sure that I was going to shoot him because he looked kind of thin, but he is beautiful. He came out beautiful. Big, mature whitetail. He's probably a 3.5-year-old, but gosh, I'm happy with him. Now I can focus on a couple friends giving some films on hunt, and my son getting him a buck. I'm just stoked. So I'm going to sign off here. I'm going to give my dad a call, have him come down. I'm going to give that deer a little time, and we're going to go track him. Buck down, baby. Well, taking a look back at the footage, I ended up hitting him in the shoulder blade, and I guess it comes down to if I got enough penetration on that blade or not. You know, in the matter of the moment, sometimes you don't realize exactly the shot placement, but just a few inches back and that would have been perfect. So I'm gonna go in and find the first blood with Dad here, and I guess we'll see what happens. The arrow's still in them. A lot of the arrows sticking out of him. I'm hoping it just pulled out a little bit when he started to move off. So stick with us. We'll sign back in when we find first blood. Oh, cripes. I just I can't get over it. After reviewing that footage, I'm like, we're going to go in, and then I was just going to check the weather, because I'm pretty sure it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow, but he's right here, and I'm going to give Dad the camera while I go get my hands on him. That's the one. That's one of the 8s that I was going after.
Oh, dandy buck.
Oh, that's just. I mean, he's got a big head on him. Oh, gorgeous. Got a big, solid neck on him too. Yeah.
What a nice deer.
I mean, the video will pretty much tell you what happened, but he's actually been a local buck here for about the last month. He'd been sparring and stuff, and he came out of velvet. The day after he came out of velvet, he was in red antlers, and just a local buck in the area. So, yeah, awesome start to the season, and we can only go up from here. So, I'm so ecstatic that everything came together.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
He's a dandy.